thing called the Rainbow Bridge. What do we do? What happens there? All of that kind of stuff. So my name is Danielle MacKinnon, and I am an animal psychic, animal communicator, pet psychic, whatever you want to call it, and a plain old regular psychic as well. And in my almost 20 years of working with animals intuitively, I've had the opportunity for animals to tell me again and again and again about their experiences with the other side, about their experiences with us from the other side, and really what they're doing and what's going on. And so the Rainbow Bridge, what is this thing? And we always hear people talking about it. And I spend a lot of time meeting people who are grieving the loss of their animal. And one of the things that is really popular, like when both of my dogs died in 2014, I was given a copy of this poem called The Rainbow Bridge, and it's basically based on the idea that the animal crosses the rainbow bridge to get to heaven, and it's a really wonderful sentiment, but is it real? And the answer to that is yes, but notice it's not yes, it's yes. And the reason I say it like that is because as I have connected with so many different animals intuitively on the other side, their version of what is happening as they cross over tends to differ based on how they have experienced it. So when an animal crosses over, is there actually a full-on real rainbow bridge? So they cross over, spirit leaves the body, they hop on a rainbow and go. It's really not that. It doesn't work like that, but I love the idea of the Rainbow Bridge because it allows for the rainbow has all these different colors, which kind of says the same thing as the rainbow has, there's all these different ways that it happens. So if I were to connect with an animal and have that animal, and I were to ask that animal about the other side, about this rainbow bridge, that animal is going to tell me about their version of heaven, the other side, the other plane, the spirit world, whatever you're going to call it. That animal is going to tell me their version of it. So what that means is I could connect with a dog, and let's say this is a dog who loves the outdoors, was an avid swimmer, with a big outdoor dog, liked to run. Well, if I connect with that dog then is going to say, and I say, what's it like? What are you doing? What is your heaven like? That dog's going to tell me something like, there's logs to run over, and there's a bog, and there's a river, and there's lots of bugs to catch. And, that dog is going to give me their version of the Rainbow Bridge. Then I could connect with a different dog, a dog that was more of an indoor dog and didn't like to go out and do those kinds of things. That dog's going to give me a very different version of what their Rainbow Bridge is. Now, having looked further into this with the animals, because I want to understand, well, why is one version of heaven like this and another version like that? And this is for all animals, horses, cats, amoeba even. Why do these versions differ? It's hard. I'm going to explain it the best way that I can. I don't even know how to say it. So it's like the other side is this energy. But our human brain can't understand this perfection of energy. So what happens is instead, the animal puts this layer over that perfection of energy, which is the other side, so that our human brain can grab onto it and understand and comprehend what's going on. So there's this, it's like a fruit roll-up. Guys remember fruit roll-ups? It's like a fruit roll-up layer that comes on so that when I'm connecting with the animal and I can get it. Because I, as a human being in a body with my limited perception, just like we all have this limited perception compared to somebody who's crossed over, I don't have the skills, the experience. I don't have anything to relate to that where I could grasp what is really happening over there. So this Rainbow Bridge is a beautiful way of, again, putting like a fruit roll-up on this process so that we have something tangible to understand and grasp. When I'm teaching people to connect with animals on the other side intuitively, a lot of them will get hung up on the fact that this animal says the other side's like this, and this animal said this, or different animals are giving different viewpoints. But what it actually is their version connecting in with us so that we can understand it. So Mikel says, my chi just crossed over too. I am so sorry about Dozer. I know how you feel. Okay, so there, I think Dozer crossed over as well, which is, oh yes, Erica says, my Dozer just crossed over. It's hard. It is really hard when your animal crosses over and you don't know what's going on. And I have had people actually ask, well, where's the rainbow? Am I going to see the rainbow? But it's not actually that direct. It's more about, that's our fruit roll up. So when you're missing your animal and you are wondering what's happening over there, you don't have to be psychic to know this. I only know it because I was psychic with animals. But when you're missing your animal, think of what would have been heaven to this animal, and that's how you're going to understand the best what that animal is experiencing at this time as they've crossed over. Okay. It hurts like crazy to lose a beloved pet. Sometimes I feel him jumping on my bed. Super cool. That's super cool. Even when they've crossed the rainbow bridge and they're on the other side, they can still definitely show up for you. In fact, I just did a webinar with somebody, and she said that her dog had recently passed a month ago, and she'd been getting all of these messages. And I said, well, what messages have you been getting? And she said, too many to even remember all of them in the webinar. And I said, well, you need to be writing these messages down because we tend to discount them. That's it. Okay, bye guys.